So, hi everyone, Hitesh this side, and we were having this very wonderful convo about AI rappers in the group, and also an app called Social One, which we'll see later in the video. Uh, so I had a lot of ideas to discuss because I've been in this field for about 2.53 years building products. A lot of them failed, a lot of them are working, a lot of them are in production. People from like a lot of countries, Belgium, France, are using those products. So I do have some real insights and mistakes that I made along the way, which if you are making an AI app, you should not do. And I'll be just taking examples of the social1.ai app that Sir shared. So this is by no mean offending to anyone. This is just a mere feedback on how, if you build an AI app ever, these are the mistakes that everyone makes, but you should not make. Right? So let's start. Uh, so this is today's agenda. I wrote it so that I won't forget it. So let's talk about rappers first. For people who don't know what rappers are, um, so rapper, if you define it, is basically uh, I did not make a thing. Now the thing can be anything. I did not make a thing, but I am using it in what I do. So if you just take examples of, let's say, coffee beans. So a very humorous example would be that Starbucks is a wrappers on top of coffee. If coffee didn't exist, Starbucks won't exist. Or you can go into the supply chain more and say that if the people who did not harvest the beans exist, uh, the people who transport the beans, they won't exist because there won't be no beans. If those supply chain people won't exist, maybe Starbucks won't exist because it won't get their coffee beans. uh, so very vague example, but let's say we talk about a brand that takes products from AliExpress. This is a Chinese website and sells white label products it gets from AliExpress, put his own label on it and sells. Now, if one day AliExpress chooses to shut down and call it a day, uh, that app is dead. Why? Because it was a wrapper on top of some other business or some other entity or some other product. So, this is the gist of wrappers. Uh, is that you're dependent on someone for some type of output that you take in as input, and then you produce some more output that you give it to someone. So that's a wrapper. In the context of AI apps, uh, a wrapper is then defined as an app that uses LLMs just like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, their APIs, calls them, performs some function, and after that give you some result using those functions or processes. Now we are wrapping on top of an API. If tomorrow ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, every major LLM provider ceases to exist, your app is dead, right? So this is the literal definition of wrappers. Now people say rappers in a very negative tone, in a very negative feeling. Rappers are associated as being negatives. If you're a rapper, maybe you won't get funding. Maybe if you're a rapper, a lot of people would just brush you off without you even trying you off. But if we come to the main question, is being a rapper wrong? No, literally no, because the a lot of the products that you love, that you use, are just wrappers on top of another things. So let's say I have an app that takes payments from someone, and that takes an image, processes it using AI, and after that I take a $5 payment from someone. For the AI part, we'll call it's an AI wrapper, right? But the hypocrisy happens when the same people use Stripe, the same people use Razorpay. Now, what is Stripe or Razorpay? They gave you some code, they talk with banks on behalf of you, they talk with cards on behalf of you. The user just puts a card, does payment, it comes to your bank account. So why not You call Stripe also a wrapper on top of banks and cards. People don't call that, and that's a part of the hypocrisy. It's thrown around for AI a lot, but everything you use is wrapper of some kind, right? The computer I use has a processor which is made from silicone. Now silicone is a wrapper of sand. The sand is a wrapper of the earth is a wrapper of the solar system. So you can just go into deep any level. uh, Everything is a wrapper on top of something, right? So being a rapper is not wrong, but you know what's wrong is being a literal rapper. So this is one term that I use, not a very big term or a term that a lot of people know, but being a literal rapper is not wrong. It's being a sin. I'm sorry, it's a sin, right? Now, what is a literal rapper versus a rapper? So let me just explain it to you with the help of this diagram that I have. Uh, let's take an example of an app that takes a prompt and generates an image for you, or that generates an ad for you, right? Uh, Now a user comes and gives a prompt that generate me an image of a girl holding a coffee cup, right? For a Starbucks ad. Now, if I am a literal rapper, I do nothing, right? I take the input, give it to an LLM, get the response from the LLM, give it back to the user. I'm doing nothing in between. I am just the middleman between you both. If you could go and talk to the LLM and give it the same prompt, it will produce the same response for you. You don't need me. But I have added one layer in between, that I am there. Talk to me, I'll talk to the LLM and give it to you. Now, these are the kind of apps that I call literal wrappers. They have no defense mechanism. If after 2 days I decide to come with the same app, the same idea, I can just make it. Why? Because the API that you are using or the LLM that you are using, I also have access to that. It's a free and open market, right? But now let's take an example of a second app, the app 2 that we have. I give it, now this is an app that uses LLMs, but it has this middle step called the secret sauce, your insight. Now the secret sauce could be anything. Uh, you could be adding a lot of things in the system prompt from insights that you have gathered after spending 5 years in a specific industry. uh, these could be some algorithms that you run before you pass anything to the LLM. It's just something that you do that not a lot of other people can do, from very specific insights that you have gathered from your experience or from your technical expertise or from your research, from your deep tech research. I get that input, I add my secret sauce to it. That means I process or add something to the prompt or do something to the actual image also. I can do that also. Then I pass it to the LLM. Now, those 10 years of insights that I have accumulated, that will amount to something. And that will produce a far better result than an LLM could have produced me. And then I give it back to the user and save it for myself. So, who do you think can capture and create more value in the longer term? I mean, you could not live 6 years of my life and learn what I have learned from the ground and put it in your app in some way. I mean, that's a defense mechanism for me. That's my moat, right? That's my moat in some kinds, right? So, this is the definition of a rapper versus a literal rapper. Uh, Now, let's move to the part uh, that I learned from Tony Fadell. Uh, Tony Fadell is the creator of iPod. So worked with Steve Jobs. Sold his own company to Google. You have may have heard about Google Nest, and now has a startup that invests into other startups. So he has done a lot of things. You just go and search about Tony Fadell. He has a book. He has a book called Build by Tony Fadell. I may have it with me. I'll show you if I have it with me now. Uh, I don't have it right now. But anyways, just ignore it. Uh, so Tony Fadell mentions in the chapter 3 that we tend to think that the product that we make is just our brand. That's what people see. I tend to take an example of Swiggy very much. So let's say a Swiggy person comes to you, you have ordered food, you're very hungry. After about 40 minutes, the delivery person comes to you, you are in your office, you cannot go to the floor, you're sitting on the third floor, you cannot go to the ground floor. He comes off and says, please come to the ground floor. I cannot come to the third floor. And now you're furious because you cannot go out, right? Now, what will be your reaction after this? You'll say that Swiggy is bad. I won't order from Swiggy after this, right? But in actuality, the person who did bad with you was someone who's a delivery guy, right? Of Swiggy. He's of Swiggy, but he operates at a personal level, right? Now, let's say you call the customer care and tell them the problem, and they say, treat it yourself. We cannot do anything. Now, you'll again say, Swiggy is a very bad app. I won't use it again, right? But in actuality, what Swiggy does is the main product of Swiggy is the app, right? You use the app. You touch Swiggy on the app first. And then you touch Swiggy when you talk with the delivery partner. You have an interaction with that brand when you talk with a delivery partner. Now, if the delivery partner or the sales executive does bad with you, you just abandon the whole brand, the whole app. Although, if you could call again to the customer, you may talk to someone else, he may talk good to you. But this one experience is enough for you to just say, fuck Swiggy, right? You won't use it again. So, only your initial product is not your brand. Everything from the user journey, starting from the discovery to the post purchase part, even after the user has purchased your product, even that part is your brand. If you fuck any one of it up, right, the customer is not going to come back to you. And I promise that it has happened a lot of times. I've jumped from Zomato to Swiggy for a reason, because I don't like it. It's just a personal opinion. Now, let's move to one part of the brand of the application, that is the landing page. Now, what the application in talks is, I think, social one. Wait, is it actually it? Yes, this is at social1.ai. Sorry. Uh, yes, social1.ai. I'm just taking an example of this app. It's no way meant to be derogatory towards anyone. Now I see this app, I see the landing page, uh, and the first thing that you are saying to me is download the app or start your free trial, right? Okay, both are high friction call to actions. I won't like to download an app before I see how your platform is about. I mean, I can scroll and see, but on the right of the face, I see or start a free trial. If I am someone who's coming to the app right here, after seeing this, I won't just start a free trial, although it's okay as a secondary call to action. Most people use it, but the primary action, that is download the app, is a very high friction thing. And from my experiences, uh, the co-founder of Social Cursor built that app myself. We know that the platforms this app is currently on Google Play and Apple Store, the people who use this app are most likely not using their phones for this kind of things. We have the data, and because we even thought about making a mobile app, uh, but not a lot of people who do editing do this AI stuff. So if this was PixArt or a very specific use case, right? People would like to use their own phone. People use the Instagram Edits app because it's for one specific thing, the editing. But this just does a lot of things, right? Uh, People don't like to use the app unless it's complemented by a website where they can first try the app and now think, okay, now it's a very good experience. Maybe I want to shift from a desktop and try this app on the go on my phone. Then you install the app, right? Uh, Anyways, this is just the random things. Now, if I am interacting with stunning studio quality videos in minutes, now if you play any of it, let's say I'm playing this, uh, takes time to load. That's what turns me off as a user right on the face. It's not even loading, it's just loading now. यार हर दिन इंस्टाग्राम फेसबुक गूगल पे मार्केटिंग करना पड़ता है So I just see this video. एनालिटिक्स सब अलग अरे भाई एक ही ऐप यूज कर रहा सोशल वन Good video. Then I see this one. Okay, video. See this one. Some secrets aren't meant to be kept. Okay, video. Then you say that powered by the Google VO 3.1 model, AI that turns ideas into cinematic ads. Okay, maybe I'm impressed by this section. I'll move. Instantly generate scroll stopping visuals. Okay, I'm impressed. Create content that truly fits your brand. Now, one thing as a brand that you need is consistency between your landing pages and your apps. So if you see, they push a thing called Anya AI, right? A lot. Create with Anya AI. There's also even a page called Create with Anya AI. I think it's the mascot for the app. But when you download the app, it literally says Zoe AI. So it's not even mentioned here anywhere Zoe. It's just mentioned Create with Anya. Now someone who sees the page and then downloads the app, pays you some money, uh, comes up to your app. It's very important to be consistent, because that's the first thing I noticed. I was like, okay, I was about to talk to Anya, but you gave me Zoe. Not a big thing. Maybe the name doesn't matter that much, but the consistency matters for me, right? Okay, then we go further. And when I came to the section, I was actually trying to find some actual results of images that this app produced, but I got none, right? And whatever there was some images, they were kind of very low quality. uh Let me show you some if I find any. Like, these are okayish images. Like, this is a really good image. This is also a good image, but okay, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. It's a good image. uh so now I'm just randomly scrolling and this shit pops up. I just don't know how it pops up again, and it pops up again. Now I'm stuck as a user. If I was a user, I would go back. Now these are small things that you have to take care of. uh, right, so these are okay. Let's say I come to customize, create any type of posts. Okay, I come to publish. Now you see, this should have been cohesive. This should have been just one page, everything on one page. It could be a very big scrollable page, and that's okay. That's what's even preferred by SEO and more content. But like, now I have to go here and then go to engage. It's okay, but it's kind of hidden from the user, right? You do not hide information from the user. You want the user to see as much as information you want to give to the user, right? So it all, for if I was not an engaging user, most people are like that, I won't go here, I won't ever see any of these pages, right? And the footer links mostly people ignore. So after that, I was looking for some results which I could not find. I could only find ad copies. You could have just showed me some results of things that it has generated. These are videos, these are good, but okayish kind of look like stock images. But if you have given me more images, like go and see this, it would have been okay for me. Now, uh, I can give the social media, I'm sorry, the landing page a very good 7.5 out of 10, and it's a very good rating. Like, it's, if someone makes this page for me, I would be happy to pay you, right? Because it's a very clean page. Things could have been optimized, assets could have been better, the CTS could have been better, but design wise, this is a very good landing page, like a literal good landing page. Now, let's say when I went to this, what our customers are saying, I saw that, oh, they have an Instagram. Now came the big downfall of this app in my mind. If you are someone who generates Instagram posts for someone else or other people, and you say that we do it the best, and I open your Instagram and I literally see no good posts, about 30 to 40 likes on your platform, you claim about 100,000 businesses using your app, and I see not a single thing posted by you using your own app, right? I just don't believe you. So this is social one. 2800 followers, okay, it's okay. 147 posts, whatever that is. Look, let's start seeing 33 likes. Okay, maybe made from their app, but it should mention created with social one. It does not. Okay, now this video, uh I see it, features are live now. A very simple video. Small business or new AI marketing features are live now. It's okay for someone who knows, but still it does not tell me what is up. I do not get hooked to the video. And if you want to make a video, you can generate an ad. You say that you generate ads like these, so please generate an ad like this for this thing. Because if this is generated by this, I am not going to pay you whatever you think I should pay you, 399 per month. And there's also a catch. This again came. There's also a very good catch. I found out that it's costing you 399 per month. But each video I generated costs me 250 rupees more. So what do I pay these 399 for? You could have made this 799 per month, and but did this to be, let's say, 20 videos, 30 videos. It could have lured the user better to use your product. But if I have to pay for every video, even after paying a subscription, I'm not going to buy the subscription. Maybe I'm a bit biased because I've made Social Cursor. I think Social Cursor is better, but I can admit that it's probably worse than this shit. Literally, literally, Social Cursor could be worse than this. But we moved on from it, learned a lot of things. about making products. So that's it. And one thing uh, this product does is when you go to the onboarding, it asks you for your website, right? Now let's move on to the section that I call, do you even know me? uh, Now this is a section that uh, talks about memory, talks about personalization. Now this app claims to be personalized, that it knows your brand, right? A very good app. I'll give this app a 7.5 out of 10, given it earlier, right? Now just talk about general things, not that app. If you're making an AI app, why do I ask, do you even know me? Because that's the thing that users asks. Why I cannot move and abandon chat gpt even if I like Claude better, you know why? Because it knows a lot of things about me. I do not have to tell it that I really like small bullet points, not more than 4 characters, sorry, not more than 4 words. It knows them actually, right? So the first rule of building an AI app is it should have personalization baked into it, right? Because each person is unique, and if you are giving tailored content to everyone based on what the user's habits are on your app, I think there's not a bigger moat than that, right? Literally, I myself do not migrate from chat gpt because Claude does not have memory. If Claude had memory, I would be with Claude. I would have abandoned chat gpt. But chat gpt is amazing, man. That memory is amazing. It actually knows what I talked to it about like 4 or 5 days ago that I even don't remember. Sometimes it connects dots so well that I cannot leave that app. And you have to give the same experience to the user in your AI app, because your competitors are ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Mistral, Kimi, Moonshot, all of these things. They are billion-dollar companies, right? Or multi-million-dollar companies. You have to compete with them, because if the user is not using your AI product, I'm just assuming that if you have an AI product, you will have a chat in it, because that's the bare minimum UX the user deserves, also the user expects in this AI era. So do you even know me? It's a play on long-term memory, right? It's a play on personalization. It's a play on moving on from what I know to what I inferred, right? What I know is ChatGPT says, "Oh, I know this thing about you," but I do not tell it things, right? To what I inferred. The LLM should infer things, or the AI, whichever AI you have, or your app, from the user's habits, should infer things about your behavior and then use it to personalize the app. Now that's the kind of data nobody is going to give you. The user is actually using your app and giving you data to make your app even better and make the user stick on the app. And if the user sticks more on the app, it uses the app more, and you have a lot more data, then your engine is better, than the user sticks again. It's a flywheel. But you know what that app does, or a lot of app does? They asks you for your website, like they scrape the website, give it to an LLM, and they say this is your brand and your tone. My man, you cannot know my brand and my tone just from scraping a simple website. LLMs don't even know which color my website is because it just scraped the content out. You cannot read my copy and know the type of brand and the tone that I have, right? They call it personalization, but this is literally not personalization. This is not personalization. Personalization is a long term game. You can not scrape someone's websites, see someone's posts, and call it personalization. This is a hard learning for me. We did the exact same thing. I'm not ashamed to admit. We did the exact same thing, but this is not personalization. Personalization is long term. It's built when you can keep the user on your app for a lot of time. You track their habits, you know what they do, you know what they don't like, you take user feedback. It's built over time, and if your app has a chat, it's the best way to personalize, because the user is literally asking you what it wants. You just see the traces. Okay, the user wants this, we gave it this. Is it up to par? No, it's 60% up to par. Now you know that you have to make up for the 40% in that sector, right? Just take feedback from user there. Chat GPT has those thumbs up and thumbs down buttons. Use those when you make an AI app. uh, why you're not using it? The user experience has shifted from dashboards and sleek landing pages with data to just a chat. The user now does not want things to be shown to him. He wants to ask for things to be shown to him. He wants to ask what he wants to see, right? Chat is the best way. So, moving on to the last part, I captured some screenshots from the social app. Still telling you, not offending to anyone. It's just random UI UX things. So, the first thing it told me was, this is, uh, no, this was an isolated step, sorry. I asked it to generate an image. It asked me to pick a template. If I have an AI app, I think my instructions should be enough for you to generate something. And these are not templates, these are literal images that you want me to select. If I'm in an AI app and you claim that you know my brand, you should just go and produce an image. You should not give me templates in a generative AI app. Sure, hollow templates work. Things where not a lot of design is defined work, where only the places or the places to write captions or the coordinates are templated. But like, literal images don't work. Like, you just take in the caption and give it to me. That's not how it works. uh, I hate the idea of templates in an AI app until they are loosely tied to the app. If it's hardly tied to the app, you just might as well not use AI. Just give the user, like, write whatever you want, right? That's one thing that turns me off. Again, personal opinion, you could differ. Now, this thing, it says, I read your brand. Now I know about your tone. I know everything about you. And this is an image I generated for you. Like, man, are you literally generating with this? This is subpar low quality images. Literally subpar low quality images. I could generate this image with vanilla prompting 1.5 years ago. If you know everything about me, you've seen my posts, you've seen the website I have, this is not what I'm going to accept. After I download the app, which is a very high friction thing, and the onboarding of this app is very high friction, it says that don't create content first, link your social media first to us so that we can post. If I have not seen what type of interfaces or what type of results you give to me, how can I link my social media? And does not let you skip that option. That's very bad on the onboarding part. Make your app flexible, right? Let the user complete the onboarding. Just take the necessary information, right? You cannot even miss the necessary information. Take the necessary one. But if you feel that the user may hesitate to connect its social media account right there, let them skip. Show them some results in the app, right? If they're good, they will connect it. That's one thing. If your product is good, people will trust you. If this was a very good image, let's say it was this image, even this is okay, but let's say, I would have connected that. Okay, if you're giving this to me, yes, I want to post it to my Instagram, but this, I don't want to see it. Now, this is the part I was talking to you guys about, connecting social media accounts. It does not let you post or even go to the main app without you linking at least one app. So I could not link my own apps. I don't believe this app, to be very honest, because it's kind of new. So I made a very open Pinterest app. So it says that social one would like to see all of my advertising data, including ads. See it. See my public boards. It's okay. See your secret boards. What do you want to do from my secret boards, brother? Create, update, or delete my public boards? Why do you want to delete my boards? It's okay, you're asking for access to create secret boards. I feel public boards are okay, but you want to see all of my secret pins, you want to manage my secret pins, you want to see my user accounts and followers. There is one thing, pardon me for that. There is one thing in tech that we say always ask for the minimum viable scope, right? You have to define your requirements so tightly that the scope is very tightly bounded. It's not open, because I think, like, you're asking for my secret boards. Why do you want to see my secret boards? I don't want you to see it. And if I don't give access, this app won't go further. I'm just stuck. I downloaded an app, I made an account, I completed almost 90% of it, and now I'm stuck on a part where I don't want to give you my data, but you want to see it. I think that's a turn off for me. Again, a personal opinion. So I think that's pretty much it for the video. Uh, the video was about AI rappers, started from what are rappers, what are literal rappers, the user journey you should take care about, show me results. We saw the landing page, not the app, because it's an app. If it was a website, I would have reviewed it better. Do you even know me? Talks about personalization, talks about memory, talks about how you cannot scrape a website and know what is personalization. Personalization is built with memory, is built with proprietary data like chats that you have of the users, and some UI UX chat and my experiences. So that's it for the video. uh, I think it's a pretty long video, but it gives you the quality that you need and some takes that I had in me that I just put out. So it's Satish Bandhu. See you again next time. Bye bye. Take care.